Welcome everyone to our watch-along of Chesterfield versus Yeovil Town in the Vanarama National League. Let's go, let's get the 3 points for the first time since, God knows, can't remember the last time we won a game. But guys, get your vote in the chat, get answered in the chat. I might be to answer any questions you guys put in front of me. We're going to show what we're made of. I'm going to go for it today.
He's only played 11 games, so this is a good time for him to now catch fire. Now that Jamwinga's out, someone has to step up. Like we said, hopefully you look and think they've got Quigley, who's got the ability. This is the perfect game for him to really get his first goal and get going now.
You mentioned obviously Scott Quigley, formerly of Yeovil, who's come now to Chesterfield. Indeed, he's still Yeovil's top scorer this season, which tells you something about their troubles in front of goal. Yeah, listen, he's a young player. He's come with it's a big money.
So guys, get vote in the chat.
You want to get that first goal. You want to get the crowd and another big crowd here this evening behind.
I'm going to. So let's go. Chesterfield, 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 Chesterfield.
I like the three in behind to get involved in the game.
What a legend is Kevin Davis, Chesterfield legend. That bucko.
Darren Souls had to contend with probably a budget that he'd like a bigger one. Most managers do. Obviously, they've had lots of heartache over the last year or so with the death of Lee Collins, the departure of Quigley this season, which I think the board felt they couldn't refuse. Hard for them this season.
The live watch along between Chesterfield and Yeovil is now live on the channel. Let's hopefully see if Chesterfield can get back to winning ways after the first 4 games of not winning the game. Let's hopefully we can get back into the winning ways with a win over Yeovil Town in the late kick-off in the National League. Hope to see you all guys there. Blue to go in peace.
And that's really what they need to focus on from now to the end of the season.
We're Chesterfield, we're on our way back.
Chesterfield side here this evening. They are obdurate at the back, Yeovil, if not prolific in front of goal. But this crowd definitely expects, now that Paul Cook is back, they need to win, frankly, with all the other leading teams picking up points today. Certainly the leader, Stockport, stretching away from Chesterfield. Can they get back in touch with the win against Yeovil? Kick-off here is not far away.
Yeovil is now live. The live watch along of Chesterfield versus Yeovil Town in the late kickoff in the National League is now live on the channel. Hope to see you all then. To hopefully see Chesterfield get back to winning ways.
So we did. Download the app and see for yourself. Why Bet365 is the world's favourite online betting brand. Please gamble responsibly.
Hope to see you all then. To hopefully see Chesterfield get back to winning ways. Hopefully see Chesterfield get back to winning ways.
Pushing for automatic promotion, but it's not been plain sailing, has it? Just describe what it's been like back here the first couple of weeks.
I think, listen,
Paul Cox Barrier, eh? Paul Cox Barrier, eh? Paul Cox Barrier, eh? Paul Cox Barrier, eh? Guys, I'm going to see you in about a few minutes.
What is the focus between now and the end of the season? Do you see the playoffs as still achievable?
Get to the end of the month, get to the end of the next month, and get to the end of the next month. It's been a difficult season so far. Lots of things off the field, but I think we've carried ourselves with real sort of quality and respect, and I've got nothing but admiration for the players. So any game that we win is a test of their character and a hard-fought, hard-earned win.
And how nice would it be to get your first win here at home in front of what is going to be another incredible crowd?
Listen, the fans are great here. They were always great to me when I was here previously. This time around I couldn't see them without a manager in the position they were in. So it's been a tough week in the first week back, but with their support, hopefully we can get over the line.
You have got players coming back, Lawson Diaz and Alex Bradley on the bench. Eddie Youssef's been a sub the last 4 games, but he gets the nod today.
Yeah, I think there is something in that that they come back to their old club and maybe they've got that extra motivation to showcase themselves, in front of fans that they used to. And Addy's worked very hard and been very patient, very professional. And I just felt with Olamola being injured, I thought it was a real good chance for him today to maybe prove a point.
Darren Sarll and of course Paul Cook talking to Natalie Quirk a short while ago. As you can see, lots and lots of youngsters on the pitch here at the Technique, and I gather there will be a show of support, as you can see, from the two teams for the people of Ukraine pre-kick-off here. As ever, the BT Sport app also available. How will this one unfold? Chesterfield desperate for the points, but then Yeovil are nobody's mugs. Watching on for us, as usual, Adam Virgo and Adam Summerson. Evening both.
Evening Matt, evening everyone. Yeah, as you'll notice, both clubs, Chesterfield and Yeovil, spoke ahead of today's game about the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, and they were both keen to show solidarity with the people of Ukraine. Two captains holding the Ukrainian flag here. So a check on the sides. Chesterfield have Jeff King available again after a ban, and he comes straight back into the team. Tyrone Williams is the man to drop out. He is on the bench. That's the only change made by Paul Cook. Joe quickly starts against the side he left to join Chesterfield last month. He's still the Glovers' top scorer in the National League this season, but has yet to open his account for Chesterfield. Darren Sarll's made 3 changes to the Yeovil side that began their midweek draw at Maidenhead. Their goal scorer that day, Olufela Olamola, is injured. Diath and Bradley moved to the bench.
Here we go, Chesterfield, folks, versus Yeovil Town in the National League. This is the lineup for this.
The players who are showing solidarity with the people of Ukraine. This applause from the stands for them as well. Something that we are seeing right across the country at football grounds today.
Come on, Chesterfield.
Luke Wilkinson and Jamie Grimes there, the two skippers.
Guys, here's the lineup for you today for Chesterfield. Roach in goal, Miller, Will, Maguire, Captain Grimes, King, Kelman, Whelan, Mandeville, Quigley and Asante on the benches. Williams, Denton, Khan, Rowley and Fraser Kerr.
Well, I mean, it's a day to get your first Chesterfield goal and maybe get the fans back on side, because he's had a tough start since coming to the club after leaving Yeovil. But he's certainly an out player that if you put quality balls into
And then
the box,
this is the Yeovil Town team to play Chesterfield today. You have Smith, Little, Wilkinson, Barkley, Williams, Staunton, Barnett, Worthington, Knowles, Youssef and Wakefield on the bench. Evans, Bradley, Lowe, Everton and Reed. That is your team for Yeovil Town to play Chesterfield today. And let's get the 3 points today, Chesterfield. Guys, get your questions in the chat. Get your questions in. Let's have a good conversation. Let's have a good chat today. And hopefully see Chesterfield get 3 points.
Chesterfield now in their 4th season at this level. It's the 3rd in a row for Yeovil.
Come on, Chesterfield.
Was back for a second spell with Chesterfield. Said he returned because of his love for the club. Couldn't turn his back on them, he said, when they really needed someone.
Come on, Cook. Come on, Cook.
Chesterfield's title challenge stuttering somewhat, have suffered back-to-back defeats. For the first time since last May, it's 4 games without a win for the Spyrites. It's 5 in Yeovil's case. Another rollercoaster season at Hewish Park looks set to end in a mid-table finish. Highly unlikely to go up or down. They can certainly play with a little more freedom and less pressure than their host today. Chesterfield began the day 2nd, Yeovil 13th, 17 points between them. The Spyrites pursuing promotion. Yeovil surely safe from the drop, but they are some way off the playoff places. You'd have to say they don't fear reputation, though, a side that's already beaten a number, Adam, of the promotion challenges, including Stockport, Halifax and Wrexham, and they'll hope for another scalp today.
Well, certainly will have to be on their best game defensively against a side that have really struggled since Paul Cook has come in. Of course, red cards in the game will certainly have cost them, and injuries, and we've certainly spoken about pre-match. But this can certainly be an upset for Yeovil, if they can get their game going, defensively, know they're strong in that midfield area. There's a bit of flare up
Game
right now.
is underway. Chesterfield versus Yeovil Town in the National League. Get your questions in the chat, folks.
Chesterfield down, but far from out. The recent twists and turns have certainly gone against them. There's no denying that, but there is still a long way to go.
If you're a Yeovil Town fan, welcome. If you're a Chesterfield fan, especially welcome. And let's get all the love for Chesterfield in the chat.
Even more on this, Adam, when you consider the results that we've already had today. Bournemouth, Halifax, Stockport, Notts, Wrexham have all already won today.
This is a real pivotal game for Paul Cook and Chesterfield to get the new manager his first win and get them back on to that winning run. A couple of tough games, of course, against Wrexham and Solihull Moors. Two sides that have been very competitive this season. And Solihull Moors defensively getting stronger and stronger under Neil Lardley.
Come on, Chesterfield! Oh, we're Chesterfield! Oh, we're Chesterfield!
Second half to get the win.
Come on, boys! Hopefully, folks, Chesterfield can go and get the win today.
Yeovil. There is one remaining Premier League game to tell you about today, and it's a 2-0 win for Stephen Gerrard's Aston Villa at the Annex against Brighton. Yusuf, his chest as he looks for Worthington. It's a corner ball here for the Glovers. Barnett, the player, going across to take this.
Come on, boys!
Just over 2 minutes gone in Derbyshire. 5 in the box here, the Glovers. It's the former Notts County man, Jordan Barnett, to take it for Yeovil. Referee just halting the taking of this corner. What's a word with Jeff King and Adi Yusuf. Jeff King is just returning from a 3-game suspension today. Adi Yusuf up against a former employer, was a Chesterfield player last season.
Come on, Chesterfield!
Now does take him.
Come on, get it cleared!
Back-to-back defeats suffered by Chesterfield ahead of this. The Sparrites have suffered as many losses in their last 2 league games.
Come on, Chesterfield! 3 minutes played. Yeovil 0, Chesterfield 0.
More defending to do here. Knowles sends it in. Scott Lunch with the punch. The pressure here being exerted on Chesterfield.
Come on, boys!
Look for a way out. Barnett sends it back.
Get
into the
out!
box.
Way out, lad! Sit down! Yeovil have had a shot, but it's very wide and shanked off the mark.
Well, he says he and his players are hugely ambitious, Adam, that they don't want to be a mid-table team, as he put it, but that is what they are right now, isn't it?
Well, they are. I mean, you have to really be the reflection on that with the squad that he's got available and the players that he's got to work with. It's going to be difficult to lose.
Come on, boys, let's get your likes in the chat. Like, sub and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
I think they're doing as well as they can do in the current situation that they are. What he's done defensively is make them a lot tighter, knowing they're not really fluid in front of goal and create many chances and score many goals. So what do you have to do? Go into a back four, I think, has helped them. They look more solid in that midfield area. I think Staunton's been absolutely outstanding for them. The experience he's got at this level.
Come on, Chesterfield! Chesterfield on the ball at the moment, just crossing the ball long. Is he going to get to that? It's gone out of play, and it's a goal kick to Yeovil.
Right now in the National League, Wealdstone in action. Torquay, the visitors. And of course, we have the highlights programme coming up later on tonight, where you'll be able to see all the goals from all the games in the 5th tier, then at 11:15 on BT Sport. As and when there are any goals in that game, we will bring them to you here. Well, Scott Loach has come out of his goal, but it could yet still be squeezed in.
Well done! Clearing it! Should be better!
Scott Loach there with a bit of a rush of blood to the head, and they've just about got away with it, Chesterfield.
Scott Loach, experienced enough to think, don't go for that, because you know you're going to cause trouble, and you know you cause trouble.
The ball over the top. It's a hesitation of the bounce, that's what it was. They really slowed him up, and Kim leaving that one just a little bit late before he cleared it.
He seemed to feel that he had a lot longer than he actually did there, King. You'll notice that he's wearing yellow and blue.
I like Grimes as captain, because he's basically telling players, you there, you there, you there. Do as you're done. As you're done. And 50-50. Well done, folks. Get. Come on, boys!
From the Yeovil players, led by Staunton. Yusuf, the man who's gone down in the box.
Yeovil are asking for a penalty, folks.
In that situation there. It's been a really, really good start.
Nah, I don't see what in that. He was genuinely attempting to get the ball.
Chesterfield fans saying that's not a penalty, and many Yeovil fans saying he is caught there, but for me that's not a penalty.
He is Yeovil's top scorer in all competitions this season, Adi Yusuf, with 8 goals. 5 of them have come in the National League. It's the first big call of the game, though, that Tom Parsons has had to make.
Come on, boys, get your votes in the chat.
It's been a confident start here from the Glovers. Barnett to take the free kick for them.
Get your votes in the chat. Get questions in if you guys want to ask me any questions. Like, subscribe if you are new. It's Chesterfield 0. Yeovil Town 0.
Away to the edge of the box here for Yeovil. Knowles has been having a good season.
Go on, Asante. Oh, Asante. How was that not a foul? I do not know.
Get out properly here in Chesterfield. Just keeps coming back at them as it does here. The header from Wilkins.
That's a ball.
The ball by Kellerman.
Go on, Miller.
Brings Miller into the game.
Miller's on the ball.
For attention.
He's crossed it in, but no one's there.
Clear by Wilkins.
And Yeovil are going to get this cleared. And they get it cleared, but it's a Chesterfield player. And is it coming back? No, it's going backwards. Just pass the ball around in the midfield. Now they're going. Now they're going back to Grimes. Grimes has cleared it. Tried to clear it towards Miller, and it's now gone out for a throw into Yeovil Town.
Less substantial. A new coach having to find his way mid-season, which is clearly difficult. If they were to still achieve promotion, and when you consider everything that's gone against them recently, it would be quite an achievement.
Well, it certainly will do. I mean, despite the riches that he has at his disposal,
so
there are key players absolutely missing.
Just guys, get questions in the chat. Ask me anything. I'm happy to answer anything you guys put in front of me.
Is the clear one. When I talk about the missing players, I think Gunning's going to be a big loss for them as well. Quite leaky in that midfield. Weston being suspended. Just not been an
Here
easy
comes
start
Chesterfield
for Paul
on the
Cook's
ball.
tenure as Chesterfield manager.
Trying to go long.
Up towards Quigley it goes.
Go on, Quigley. Go on, Quigley, son.
Goal today. Quigley's cross. What a great clearance by Knowles. Kellerman. Whelan. Mandeville.
Chesterfield are passing around at the the better end of the field. Go on! Oh! Tried to lift the ball up towards Quigley, who couldn't get his head to the ball. And Yeovil Town look like they could go and get a goal, and it's gone straight into the arms of Scott Loach in the Chesterfield goal. Well done. It's weird how Scott Loach is wearing blue shorts and yellow socks and yellow shirt. It's a weird away a home kit when you got blue and yellow. Just like compute in any way, shape or form. But because at the moment we're playing all right. It's gonna take a while to get in the game. It's 10 minutes gone. Chesterfield 0, Yeovil Town 0 in the National League. Guys, get questions in the chat.
Mandeville. Trying to keep his feet. That's Asante.
Oh, Quade Asante nearly scored for Chesterfield there. Good shot from Asante.
His touch was absolutely brilliant because he got out on his feet nicely. He went for the power with the laces rather than maybe the controlled stroke.
A pass to Mandeville, went into the box, tried to curl it into basically the keeper's far corner, but it's, as he went to shoot, the ball ended up curling away, slightly away from the goal, but it's the best effort, chance of the game. Oh, Asante! Oh, under his foot, Quasi Asante. Got under his feet, couldn't get control of the ball, and Chesterfield have got another chance slip. And Yeovil managed to get it away. If we keep doing that, we're not going to get chances. It's not going to work if we keep doing chances like that and you don't take them. Because what happens if Yeovil Town go and score?
Ziyech's shirt after the game, which he was really delighted about. Asante, he said he was his favourite Chelsea player.
The wind's +3. Throw into Yeovil.
Yeovil's 6 National League away wins this season have come at Aldershot, Stockport, Dagenham and Redbridge, Bromley.
So guys, get question in the chat. It's Chesterfield 0, Chesterfield 0, Yeovil Town 0, 12 minutes played, 0-0.
A bright start here, although Chesterfield have come into it more in the last few minutes or so. Maguire.
At the moment, they just passed the ball around the Chesterfield, but Whelan's been dispossessed. But he's lucky enough, he's won the ball back. Whelan has recovered the ball back. Hopefully we can now go and crazy him, but we're now giving the ball back to Yeovil. Yeovil have given the ball back to Chesterfield. See what Chesterfield can do. Here comes Miller on the ball for the Spirite. The ball has gone out of play. It is a throw into Yeovil.
Good on one side and Miller on the other side. It almost seems that Chesterfield's best out ball at the moment. It is down that left-hand side. Miller up against Mark Little in those one-on-one areas.
We just need to keep going and try our best and do what we can do in certain areas. It's just at the moment, it's just... Come on, boys! Guys!
Whelan. Up towards quickly, there's seemed to be a holding going on.
Get your questions in the chat, folks.
From a Yeovil perspective.
It is 0-0 Chesterfield versus Yeovil, about 40 minutes played.
On Tuesday night, Joe quickly. Got 19 in 61 appearances for Yeovil.
We just need to keep playing the way we are at the moment, but if you don't take your chances, you're never going to score.
It certainly will be interesting to see if Paul Cook decides
Throw into Chesterfield. Let's see what happens here.
Miller,
it's got cleared away by Yeovil. Is King going to get there? No, he's only... He tried to shepherd out for a throw-in, but Yeovil have managed to somehow get the ball.
Well, here knows, and the run on the outside of him was by Barnett.
It's a free kick by a foul by Whelan. Free kick to Yeovil.
Just overrun it and got away with it. It's because he got himself in a really good position. That's a good decision there from the referee. I thought Wigan maybe got a touch of the ball, but didn't.
for a second spell with Chesterfield. Whelan was saying that he didn't want to leave the club at the end of last season, and he'd pestered them when he heard that there was a chance of returning, pestered the club to get it done, said he's been dying to get back and didn't want to leave in the first place.
Come on, boys! Just gotta keep showing. We gotta keep pressurizing. We gotta keep doing this. If you guys are the stream, hit the thumbs up button to get to like and subscribe. If you are new, oh my God! Point blank chance for Wilkinson has gone a begging. Nearly 1-0 Yeovil Town.
They should have scored.
But it was offside.
Brilliant ball in, and that angle there is all about the pace and the trajectory.
Literally, the ball from the free kick
To a centre half.
lifts it over the entire Chesterfield back line, and you think Wilkinson is going to put Yeovil Town 1-0 up, but as he's hit it, it's hit the ground and bounced over the bar. So Chesterfield have got away with one. Chesterfield have got away with one. We now got to watch out for stuff like that, because we'll be punished. Sooner or later we will be punished, and it won't be a good story.
What an opportunity though for Yeovil to take the lead. The free kick was taken perfectly, wasn't it?
It was.
Guys, get hitting the thumbs up button. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you are new to the channel.
He felt that his side should have taken 6 points rather than just the 2 from their last 2 games. Seems reasonably pleased with the performances. Some really interesting comments from Darren Sarll ahead of this, Adam. We know that he's not working with the biggest of budgets, it's not the deepest of squads, it is a young squad as well, but he said that he's asked his players if they're going to be in the learning phase, as he put it, forever, or whether they're going to come out of that and really start to establish themselves individually and collectively. Says he wants to make great memories with Yeovil, and he wants to take this group of players along with him.
The players certainly need to react, and the players need to really...
Go on quickly! Mandeville with Miller.
Wide. Quickly's at the back post.
Quickly, but too much on it, and has gone out for a goal kick to Yeovil, or throw into Yeovil.
Side that certainly has been the best outball for Chesterfield early in this first half so
Just
far.
Miller needs to stop putting too much on the ball and just try to see what can happen.
As a former England under-21 goalkeeper, Scott Loach has 13 clean sheets in the National League so far this season. Has gone 5 without now, though. Ball coming off Tom Parsons, which is why the play was stopped immediately.
So far, 0-0, 18 minutes played.
Very picturesque part of the world.
How was that not a free kick, ref? Referee's going for the ball.
He could be important today, Adam. Tom Knowles.
Foul by Kellerman. Free kick to Yeovil Town.
He's a quality player on his day. I think sometimes when you've looked at him this season, maybe consistency's always been the issue, but you always get that with wide players sometimes, with playing in teams that are inconsistent. There's a better balance to the side now. Don't really favour Wakefield playing down the middle as a striker like he has done in the previous game. I think it's the best.
I'm doing alright, just
for Yeovil to be strong.
hopefully get a good result today, then Chelsea get a good result tomorrow in the League Cup final and have another trophy to our collection.
Well, perhaps should have scored from their last free kick. And it's Staunton who hits it.
Shot by Staunton, straight at the keeper from a free kick.
Keeper Loach again.
Straight at Scott Loach.
King.
Oh, nearly a ball played through towards Miller. Couldn't get to the ball. And into the gloves of the Yeovil keeper.
Knowles with the header, finds Yusuf.
Just got to keep going. They're trying their hardest, but it's just a little bit inconsistent. Inconsistency at the moment.
In the first 20 minutes. Hit early by Yusuf.
Ball's just come in, and Youssef and the shot that's been blocked by a Chesterfield player. It is out for a corner to Yeovil Town. 20 minutes played, 0-0. Corner to Yeovil Town. 20 minutes played, 0-0.
Like a sign, you've gone 5 league games without a win, Yeovil. 4 of them have been draws. Last victory against Woking at the end of January. They're only winning
Corner to Yeovil, ball's crossed in, and Chesterfield, are you going to get rid of it? Chesterfield managed to get rid of it, and it's gone up for a throw in to Yeovil Town.
Almost 8,000 here on Tuesday night for the 2-0 loss to Wrexham. Brilliant support.
There he is, Yogi, the drummer. He's very famous, man. What a drummer. Gets on pedestal and everything.
The opposition keeper Rob Langton in inspired form in that game. They were pretty happy, certainly with the first half performance. The Chesterfield fans licked on by Staunton.
We are playing well. It's just we're inconsistent at when we get chances, we don't seem to take advantage of them, and that's that's the inconsistency with us. If you don't
Another defeat for Marcelo Bielsa today. His lead side go to Leicester for the lunchtime kickoff on BT Sport next Saturday.
At the moment, 0-0. We just got to keep plowing on, and hopefully Aldershot can do us a favour against Stockport.
Against the in-form league leaders, Stockport. We've also got some MotoGP.
Free kick to Chesterfield. Vote in the poll, folks. Who do you support? Chesterfield or Yeovil Town? Free kick to Chesterfield. 22 minutes played, 0-0. Let's see what happens from the resulting free kick.
Free kick for Chesterfield.
I'm blowing up for something. Ball's crossed in. It's going up towards Miller, and it's going out for a throw-in to Chesterfield.
It's left by Miller here for Whittle to take from the Liverpool trainee.
Got to keep passing the ball around. Is that ball going that way? No. Header. Oh! Nearly a goal for Chesterfield. Will got the ball, kept it just in play. Ball got crossed in. Then Lawrence Maguire with the header, saved by the Yeovil keeper to keep it at 0-0.
Actually did the pre-match press conference yesterday, Lawrence Maguire. He was saying that they'll get through this recent tough spell, Chesterfield, through togetherness. He said it's time for them to step up, and well, he nearly led from the front there.
Captain Lawrence Maguire with a good header after a cross from Whittle. I thought it went out. It just stayed in. He put the ball in. Literally a good header by Maguire. Saved by Smith in the Yeovil goal.
League games, James Rowe said that he left because he wanted guaranteed first team football, and he wasn't prepared to give him that.
So at the moment, it is still Chesterfield 0, Yeovil Town 0. 24 minutes played.
Well, this is from a very similar position from which Barnett set up.
Guys, hit the like button in the chat, folks. I highly appreciate it.
Scott Loach. Produce a ball of similar quality here.
Free kick to Yeovil. Ball's crossed in.
Very similar area, and it's Wilkinson again looking to get on the end of it with the flag up this time. So lots of the sides going for promotion have won today. Boreham Wood A goal to nil at Meadow Park's becoming a familiar scoreline for them, isn't it? Halifax have won, Stockport, the leaders, have won yet again. Notts County and Wrexham have each taken all 3 points as well. Turnaround at Southend has been unbelievable, really, hasn't it? When you consider it's not that long ago people were talking about them being relegated, and they've made their way up the table, have had a draw against a fairly informed Solihull today as well.
Unbelievable, isn't it? What Lamar and Darren Curry and all the backroom staff have done at Southend United. I've said on record, if they continue the way that they are going, for me, he is the manager of the season. The job that he's done, the difficulty he came in with the transfer embargo, the players that he had to work with. Yes, he signs quality now, he's allowed to do, but the result on the pitch is the main thing.
Hopefully Chesterfield can go and get a goal, do something
It's good to see, because
in the first half.
Over the last 2 or 3 years, so it's nice to see a club like Southend United get back to success again.
Grimes got it clear. After much complaint from the crowd, they do eventually get the decision here, Chesterfield.
So, 26 minutes played, 0-0. Not been really ebbing and flowing. It's been ebbing and flowing. It's been end to end. Chesterfield have had some good. I've had one chance through Kwasi Asante we had a good shot curled just wide of the post, and then one by Wilkinson. That should have been buried, but the reason why he didn't score was the reason why he shot. And as he shot the ball, it hit the turf and then bounced over the crossbar. So it should be really 1-0 Yeovil. But when you don't take your chances like that, you're not going to take your chances, and that's what it's going to be at the end of the day. But you're just going to keep ploughing on and do what you want, and at the end of the day, if you don't take your chances, you ain't going to succeed. But I'll see for you.
Chesterfield would love to have that man.
There he is, Kabongo Shamanga, what a legend. Hopefully you get better soon and come back firing like you were when you went before you got injured. So we're just gonna keep plowing on.
I did note that he said on social media to the Chesterfield fans, "I'll be back sooner than you think." I think a lot of people read into that he's not ruling out being back before the end of this season, but an injury out of as serious as that, it would be a massive ask, wouldn't it?
It'd be absolutely huge.
We are at the moment. I'm just trying to find something for you folks. So it means I can keep an eye on the stats for you for this game. Keep an eye on the stats. Some stats here for you folks. Oh, Miller on the ball for Chesterfield. Miller on the ball for the Spyrites. Miller to Mandeville. Oh, he got bullied off the ball, and Yeovil managed to get rid of it. The insights, I'll give you a couple of insights that they've got on the app for you folks. Chesterfield have scored 7 goals in their last 5 matches. Chesterfield have won their previous 3 matches against Yeovil Town. And for Yeovil Town, they've scored 3 goals in their last 5 matches. Haven't won a match in 5 attempts. So, it can all point to one way, and it could be a Chesterfield win. But it all depends. But at the moment, it all depends on how game goes, how the team plays, and like I say, you just got to give it the best shot you can, whatever you can do on the pitch. Do what you need to do on the field, and try and see what happens. You can only do your bit. You can only do what you can do on the pitch. And unfortunately, if you don't get the right results, then you're in trouble. But I've got the lineups here, so I can keep an eye out. Williams to take Morgan Williams to take the throw in for Yeovil Town. Another throw in for Chesterfield to be taken by number 20, Jeff King.
Mandeville.
Go on, Mandeville. My favourite, basically, if you guys are going to ask me what my favourite player is at Chesterfield, I would say to you, Ian Mandeville. He doesn't. he had the option to leave the club in the summer, and he went and he basically signed a new deal because he loved out what the club was going to do, what the club was trying to achieve, and he wanted to be a part of it, and that's what we love about football in general.
Jamwinga scored 24 of their 52 league goals this season. Danny Rowe, the next highest scorer with 5. And he's
So guys, get your question in the chat, like, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Still Chesterfield 0, Yeovil Town 0, 30 minutes played. We have played half an hour in this game. It is... Hey! Foul. Quickly fouled by number 22, Benjamin Barkley. Fouled by Barkley on Joe Quigley.
Joe Quigley to pin Barkley there and then spin him, and then he puts him into a difficult situation to draw in the foul.
He started every game in the National League since he signed on loan from Stockport last month.
So at the moment, we have a free kick to Chesterfield.
Quigley was threatening to get away. So just over half an hour gone. Jeff King to take the free kick.
Jeff King to take the free kick for Chesterfield. See if anyone in blue can get their head onto it and try and trouble the keeper. Ball's crossed in. It's gone past everyone. Kick tried to stay. Miller tried to kick it or tried to keep it in play, but unfortunately he couldn't keep it in play, and it's a goal kick to Yeovil Town.
First half performances I've seen from them this season. Just so far, things just haven't quite settled in for them. But I have to give credit to Yeovil because they've been difficult to play against. They've used the counter.
Just got to keep ploughing along. It ain't been the best first half by a stretch of the imagination. It's just, and guys, if you are new to the channel, like, subscribe if you are new to the channel as well. I highly appreciate it, folks. And also, go and vote on the poll in the chat of what team do you support? Do you support Chesterfield or do you support Yeovil Town? It'd be nice to see how many Yeovil Town fans we have in the chat and how many Chesterfield fans we have in the chat. And also, folks, put down in the chat where in the world you're watching the stream from. Put your country, or put, if you are from England, where in England, Scotland, Wales or Ireland you are watching the stream from. Be nice to know. See if we broaden your horizon. But also at the same time, we'll be keeping an eye on, see what the other score is while we are here. Just checking something quickly beforehand. It is Manchester City 0, Everton 0, Frankfurt 0, Bayern Munich 0, and Rayo Vallecano 0, Real Madrid 0, Strasbourg 0, Nice 0, and Wilstone 0, Torquay United 0, and in Serie A it's Empoli 1, Juventus 1.
And it just doesn't seem to be working for me. You talk about missing players. I think Clark again's another one who's really missing. The quality that Asante showed towards the back end of last season.
So far, out of the entire game, there's only been one thing that's happened so far, which has been a booking. That's the only main thing that's happened, so. At the moment, we are second in the league, just a little bit of 8 points behind Stockport County, with a couple of games in hand for
one that's really reduced his options considerably.
These are teams that got games in hand on us. Basically, is Dagenham, Grimsby, Bromley, Notts County, so your Moors, Halifax Town, Wrexham, and Boreham Wood. So basically, from 10th to 3rd, all have games in hand on Chesterfield. All have games in hand on Chesterfield, even if it's 1, 2, or 3. Chesterfield have played 30. Dagenham Redbridge have played 29. They have 1 game in hand. 1 game in hand for Grimsby. 2 games in hand for Bromley. 2 games in hand for Notts County. 2 games in hand for Halifax Town. 1 game in hand for Wrexham, 3 games in hand
Free kick.
for Boreham Wood. So that is showing that
Kellerman.
the one team at the moment, I think that if they keep going the way they are, and this is me being blunt and being nice, would be that
Caught from behind there.
they're on a more better form, which I'd say is nicely. The one team I think can go and catch Stockport would be Boreham Wood, due to the fact they got 3 games in hand on them, which you got to take advantage. You got to take advantage
Well, the
of.
league leaders
the-
won again today. Stockport. They were made to work though by Weymouth. They needed an own goal to get the victory at Edgeley Park. Be able to see all the goals from all the games in our highlights.
So guys, get your
11
likes in the chat, likes and subscribe if you are new. 35 minutes played, 0-0.
Register another 3 points. I think if you finish above Stockport, you win the league, don't you?
On me for now, they're the favourites to go and take this league title since Dave Challenger's come in. And good sides find a way of winning. Dover Athletic, they played and they beat them 1-0. A late Paddy Madden goal. A 1-0 win against Woking. I saw them against Bromley. They were excellent in the second half and some really well taken goals from them. But the squad's there, isn't it? I mean, there's a squad in abundance. Dave Challenger's got to pick from. That's a big ask, isn't it? To come back from that, isn't it? From any side behind them.
I guess Boreham Wood would point to the fact that they have 3 games in hand, which could be worth, and I say could because obviously they've got to win the games, but potentially 9 points, which would take them to a point above what Stockport are on right now. And they're another side, I'm talking about grinding out results. How they found a way to do that, Boreham Wood, this season. Where
Come on, Chesterfield, let's get our heads in the game and let's start doing a throw-in to Yeovil. 36 minutes played, 0-0. Guys, vote in the chat. Who do you support, Chesterfield or Yeovil Town?
Yep.
Samney, Fifields, Ashmore, Mafuta, key players in the key areas for his team, and he's managed to bring in players to try and take them forward. But
so far,
you just worry about the size of their squad over the long season. Can they last the distance? But so far, they give themselves a really,
free
really
kick
good chance.
to Yeovil Town. Ball's crossed in.
The ball to the edge of the box.
Header.
Quigley's back defending, and Maguire headed forward on the edge of the box.
Headed away by Chesterfield, and Yeovil Town have got the ball back. Ball's crossed in.
Yusuf with the ball over Staunton, the man giving chase. Did well to keep that in, but it's stumped clear by Grimes.
Oh, unlucky Asante. Unlucky Asante there.
I have to say that Yeovil's greatest strength this season has been their defence. Only 5 clubs had conceded fewer goals ahead of the weekend, and all of them were in the top 6. They've actually conceded a goal less than Chesterfield, who started the day second. He just needs to find more routes to goal, doesn't he, Darren Sile, in terms of the balance of his team?
Yeah, and I think that's an area that I think most managers will struggle with, just to find that out-and-out goal scorer. And you lose quickly to Chesterfield, you lost Murphy in the summer to Southend, and then you look in the likes of Ali Yusuf, who, yes, he had that season at Solihull Moors, but I don't think for me is a real prolific goal scorer. Ruben Reed's coming towards the back end of his career, so there's a lot to be asked of him. So here's the side concern for me in Yeovil, is where are the goals going to come from?
Chesterfield are trying to do something, but they're just not. They're just lacking in intensity and actually drive.
A 2-0 victory at Wrexham on the 30th of November. But it is difficult for him when you consider his top scorer in the league quickly let go in January. All those young Chesterfield supporters see their side return to the Football League this year. 4 seasons in a row in the 5th tier. This was a League One fixture as recently as 2015. King.
Go on, Jeff. Go, Jeff King.
Grimes.
Throwing for Chesterfield. 6 minutes to go to half time, including stoppage time. Be back in 5 minutes, folks.
Mandeville. Blocked by Tom Knowles. placed here by King. Grimes and Maguire, both up from the back. Header clear was by Staunton. And now there's a break-up. Yusuf, with Knowles making the run forwards. It had to be better, though. The pass from Yusuf is a wasted opportunity, that for Yeovil. Kellerman. Grimes. Kellerman. Miller. Missed a lot of Whittle. He was never going to keep that in. It just seems to me, Adam, I don't know whether it's part of getting used to a new manager, a change in formation, but just seems to be a lack of cohesiveness, a lack of fluidity here about Chesterfield.
It has been scrappy, hasn't it, first half? I think when you look at the quality on the ball, his side haven't delivered that at all. Sometimes you look in games where I thought they looked nervous in the first 10 minutes. I thought Yeovil really capitalised on that. But the front two haven't got into the game whatsoever. And the only real outball's been down that left-hand side. So one chance from Lawrence Maguire that's really been about it. And it's been pretty comfortable for Darren Sarll's side in this first half so far.
I am back, folks. Chesterfield 0, Yeovil Town 0, 41 minutes played. Guys, get voting in the chat.
Yusuf. Hit from some distance.
Oh, and nearly a goal by Knowles.
Really travelling that was.
Well, he strikes it absolutely brilliantly. And this
Tom Knowles, from some distance, just decided, I'm going to go and give this a massive whack from 35 yards. But unfortunately missed the target, but at least it's an effort nonetheless.
450 mile or so round trip for those who've made the journey from Yeovil to Chesterfield today.
If that goal went in, I would applaud that, because it takes some effort to go and score from there. But it's a free kick for Chesterfield.
It's a half in which they've not
foul by
created a great
Knowles.
deal from open play. Chesterfield.
Caught, free kick to be taken by Jeff King.
The first 45. Could they do something from a set piece?
Jeff King to take the corner, the free kick for Chesterfield. Ball crossed in. Yes! Oh, Asante! The ball fell to Asante, who placed it over. But happy news for Asante, he was offside, so at least he's getting his brushes were spared for being offside. But your brushes were spared.
That's a really good decision from the linesman. When it just fell to him, he was leaning back.
But I thought for a minute there, something could happen, but then unfortunately he had an attempt and it's gone horribly wrong. But we're giving it the best shot, but it's not like an easy day. Like I say, it's never going to be easy at the end of the day. You're just going to keep plowing on, that's all I say. Oh, Knowles into the bar! He had a shot from 35 yards. He's done it again, and he has hit the bar this time.
He's really unlucky that time, though.
Well, he deserves a goal in his first half performance, and also Yeovil Town deserve a goal on their first half performance as well. Grimes is out of position, just strikes it absolutely brilliantly. Scott Loach doesn't stand a chance keeping that one out, and the crossbar saved them.
Knowles is running Chesterfield ragged in the last few minutes.
Knowles ahead of a game against the Shaman. He's a good judge of a player, Pete Wild, and the fact he really singled out Tom Knowles.
So guys, game question in the chat. We are just about near half time in this game.
Darren Sarll, that's a heck of a shot that, isn't it? Apparently even the Chesterfield manager Paul Cook's just said to Darren Sarll how good a shot that was.
Come on! 1 minute of added on time at the end of the first half. 1-0.
And if they're not to lose more ground on the lead of Stockport, Chesterfield are really going to have to up their game in the second half. It's been pretty flat from them. Number of sides who've lost their last two have gone 4 without a win.
King! With the ball! King!
Comes out here to Kellerman.
Kellerman! Oh! Kellerman! Kellerman for the far right! Oh, it's audacious! He's done it! Kellerman for Chesterfield! Come on! Out of nothing! Out of nothing! Just for the 1-0 up. We don't deserve it, but how would they take it? Ball came in from Jeff King. Stop. Yeovil couldn't get rid of it. The ball got played towards. Played to Kellerman, had a shot, and it curled into the far corner. 1-0 Chesterfield, right on the stroke of half time.
They really needed that, Chesterfield.
There we go.
A big goal scored at a really important time for the Spiralites. They've struggled for any sort of rhythm or fluidity to their play, have really threatened in the final third in that first half.
And then we have one lucky hit and it goes in from James Kellerman.
And he couldn't hit that much better.
Half time, folks. Chesterfield 1, Yeovil Town 0.
Through the impressive top goals. Again, the thoughts of Kevin Davis and Aaron McLean with Matt Shortley. But at half time in Derbyshire, it is Chesterfield 1, Yeovil 0.
We don't even deserve to be winning. We don't even deserve to be winning that game. I'm telling you guys now, and this is from it's half time. It's Chesterfield 0. Oh, Chesterfield 1, Yeovil Town 0 at half time, folks. At half time, the game was all, I want to say, was okay. We weren't playing the best. We weren't playing the best football. We weren't playing well. Yeovil Town, in fairness, were the better side in the first half. They had all the better chances. They did everything right. They did everything that was needed of them to take them into a 1-0 lead into half time. But it just shows when you don't take your chances, and you'd be very unlucky like they were. We literally had one good chance in that whole first half. That was from Kwasi Asante very early on in the game, which curled away from the post at the wrong moment. And then the Kellerman goal, that was it. That was it. That's all we did, including a Maguire header. Apart from that, we didn't really create a lot of threat on Smith in Grant Smith in the Yeovil goal. And unfortunately, Yeovil had the better chances. Wilkinson should have buried his opportunity. The ball bounced from a free kick, bounced off the turf, saved by Loach to over the top, which should have been 1-0 Yeovil. Then a 35-yarder from Tom Knowles, which was an absolute wildy of a strike, just a little bit wide of the target. Should have been another goal. Should have been 1-0 there. But then he goes about a minute later, does it again, and hits the crossbar. That just shows how unlucky you are when you think it's not going to be your day. It's not going to be your day. And then what happens after that? Just about a few minutes later, we go down the other end. Cross comes in from King. Cross comes in from King. The Yeovil player clears it straight towards Kellerman, who takes one touch, hits it first time, goes into the keeper's far post. 1-0 Chesterfield, literally with the last kick of the first half. Which, for me, folks, I've got not much to say, because if you've heard from my expressions, we don't really deserve to be 1-0 up. And like I said when we scored, and in the celebrations, we're 1-0 up. I'll take it, but we don't deserve it. So we're gonna put a poll in the chat, see what you guys think of the first half. See what you guys think. I'm gonna quickly check on the score. The other scores are around the grounds. It's Everton 0, Man City 0, Frankfurt 0, Bayern Munich 0, Real Vallecano 0, Real Madrid 0, and Torquay United 0, Willstone 0, and it's actually Empoli 1, Juventus 2. So far, it's... So, guys, get your question in the chat. It's been interesting first half. It's been everything flowing, but like you guys would think, for me, I would be saying, I'd be thinking, yeah, I'm happy. We're 1-0 up. Let's go and get a few more. I didn't even see where a goal for us was going to come from. I don't even see yours scoring a second. And that is me being polite, because we didn't even look like scoring that first half. He just had one lucky hit and it went in. But like at the end of the day, you take it at the end of the day, you take your chances when you can and you try your best at everything. But all you can do is your job at hand and do what you can do, but you gotta do the best you can, see what it could be. So, guys, get voting in the chat. What did you guys think of the first half from the National League game between Chesterfield and Yeovil Town? I think if we win this, we've literally, it's a smash and grab.
One cracking against the run of play goal thus far here, and lots of European.
If we end up getting 3 points from this, it's a smash and grab. Like we've not just smashed and grabbed it, we shithoused it.
And build up to the Sunday night showdown between Lazio and Napoli.
It would just be a smash and grab from end to end, but we'll try the best we can and do what we can do. But we weren't at our best. It wasn't the best performance from us so far, but we got to go in the second half and play a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, I think Adam was just saying before the end of the first half there, they were a little bit flat in that first half. Give you overall credit, you can see
we were flat. We were very flat in the first half. We had no urgency. We didn't even look like we wanted to go forward. We always looked like we just wanted to defend. Every time they go, Yeovil come forward, I was thinking we were going to concede.
Yeah, they've ridden their luck at times in that first half, that's for sure. But when the moment comes,
we rid our luck and then literally nicked it right on half time.
The defending is a poor clearance to start with, and then Stoneman doesn't really get out to it. But good technique on this. To hit it across the ball outside.
But for Kelman to do this was just unreal. Unreal.
Clearance from Barkley.
Barkley, I mean, it's, what is it, a minute before half time, you just put that in the stand, you know, clear your lines. You can see Byron's reaction there. If you look a bit close here, just look at this. It's one of those that sits just nicely. He's just invited to be hit, isn't it? And you can see Barkley's reaction as it whistles past his head there into the goal.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he knows. That was probably a mistake. That's how Yeovil have been.
We don't just got to keep ploughing on, and in the second half we just got to keep going, and keep going. Just not give Yeovil. Just don't give them chances, because we're giving them too many chances in the first half. And I was a bit afraid that one of them they were going to take them.
Chesterfield give goals away, you know, especially at home. Yeah. There's been many occasions where they've been 2 goals up and given it away, so they'll keep going. But this, for me, needs to be a goal. You know, I don't know why Chesterfield are holding such a high line, but he gets in behind them, and really he should be putting that in the back of the net.
But he's got to score, yeah. He can, again, reactions tell it all. There's only 6 yards out, he's got to bury that. It was a centre half, but to score it.
Yeah, a couple of whistlers from Tom Knowles. This one, he certainly catches Sweet, almost too sweet.
Expecting that to see the back of the net nestling there, aren't you? 'Cause it was a sweet strike from him.
And that's on his left foot, and as we'll see, he then hits arguably a better one off his right that crashes off the woodwork.
Yeah, again, he just came to life, didn't he, in that last sort of 5 minutes, and this was a great touch, and you think this is in as well, and they'll be thinking, oh, you know, could easily have been Yeovil going in at 1-0. It's fine margins, but a great strike from him.
He's hit that almost too well, if that's a thing. They trail then, Yeovil, to that beautiful Jim Kellerman strike. Cristiano Ronaldo couldn't score today. Kellerman can, and as you'll see, the celeb is all a bit Ronaldo. Well, kind of half of Ronaldo. Brilliant goal, though. Second half next.
Oh, Kelvin tried to do a scene. Tried to do a Ronaldo celebration. Oh, man. We basically shouted it there with our player trying to do a Ronaldo scene. Mad, that was crazy. Crazy. It's just really crazy. We're just going to keep a high line and keep going, man. You never know what can happen in games. If Chesterfield keep playing the way we are and take the chances, I think we can go and win. Can keep hold of this, but we need to get a second in the second half. Get the goals, get the performances back to what they were, and see what we can do. But guys, vote in the chat. What did you guys think of the first? But that goal from Jim Kellerman was basically a smash and grab. It's not over yet, but if we do, it's a smash and grab all the way, but... So you got to keep playing the way we are, and you have to try to take your chances. But guys, go and hit a like in the chat. Hit the thumbs up button. The more thumbs up buttons we get, the more we'll be seeing the algorithm for more people to come and join. Because I want it to succeed. But so far we're trying as best we can to try and do what we can do. The attendance is 5,371.
the difference between the two teams. Yeovil just back out, as you can see. Goalless, by the way, in the other late kick-off. Wheelstone and Torquay were into the second half. Down there, we'll keep you posted on that. And of course, highlights of all today's games, as usual, a little later tonight, 11:15 on 2 for all of those. Here come the home side. Kev Davies, yes, they're in front, but what would you like to see in terms of style of play from Chesterfield in the second half? A bit disjointed so far.
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of not quite getting up to the big win or getting it right. I'm not quite sure what the game plan is at the moment, but for me, to get the next game and try and kill this game off, they've got to concentrate from set pieces because Yeovil look a real threat.
Yeah, you can see why it's a frustrating time to be Yeovil fan.
Thank you very much for the like. I really appreciate it, folks. Second half is about to get on the way.
12 games so far, they've not managed to score more than 1 goal. So if they're going to get the 3 points, they're going to have to do that today.
Well, from the boys at full time, Chesterfield needs the points here to stay on the coattails of those above. Let's see if they can get the job done. Back to Adam and Adam.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see whether Chesterfield can build on that goal that they got very much against the run of play at the end of the half, Adam. And we certainly saw enough, didn't we, from Yeovil in that first half to suggest that, whilst, yes, there are question marks over their firepower, they've shown more than enough to tell us they could get back into this.
Well, so unlucky in that first half, Adam, to find themselves a goal down. I think Darren Sole will be very, very encouraged by his side's performance, and just sometimes you've just got to hold your hands up with a bit
Yeovil Town getting on the way for the second half, folks.
There's certainly a lot of positives despite the lack of goals they have scored this season, but the real key stage of that was they didn't score when they were on top. Now they find themselves in a difficult task of trying to find 2 goals to find themselves with 3 points, but they're more than capable to turn this game around.
Folks.
Might be encouraged by the fact as well that Chesterfield have now gone 5 games without a clean sheet. Their last was in a 1-0 win at Eastleigh. That was live on BT Sport actually at the end of January.
Come on, Chesterfield.
Ahead of this weekend, there were 9 National League clubs who conceded fewer goals at home than Chesterfield as well. King with the throw-in, and it was a lovely goal, wasn't it, to put the Spirites in front. First league goal of the season for Jim Kellerman. Backpedaling Maguire won the header. Wakefield from a Chelsea trainee. Worthington. Whittle couldn't keep it in. So the man who hit the frame of the goal for Yeovil in that first half, Knowles, will ready himself for a long throw in here. Plenty of players around.
Throw in for Yeovil.
Box.
There's a free kick to Chesterfield.
Still looking for his first win in charge of his second spell. Paul Cook. They've taken the lead in 3 of the 4 games he's had in charge.
Danny Webb, what a legend. What a legend is Danny Webb.
Occasions, so he won't be taking anything for granted.
Because he knew that first half performance was really, really poor from his side in terms of there was nothing really to really be encouraged about.
How do players feel, Adam, when a manager comes in mid-season and maybe changes the formation?
Come on, Chesterfield.
Gone from a back 3 to a back 4. How hard is that transition to make mid-season?
Well, it can be, especially when you've had success, which James Rose certainly did have, playing with the back 3 with the 2 wing-backs. Similar situation to when I was with Brighton when Mickey Adams moved on and Peter Taylor came in. In fairness to Pete, he didn't change anything. He just kind of kept with the style that was left by Mickey Adams and almost finished the season of what Mickey did, and then made his own changes once the summer came with personnel and formations, etc. But I was quite surprised that Paul Cook did change the formation straight away. It was a success of what had been brought before them, and that will take time for players to adjust because it's a totally different way of playing when you change from a 4 to a 3.
Taken full in the face, I think, there by Knowles.
Come on, Chesterfield.
We'll just need a moment or 2 here. The Yeovil forwards. looked like Yeovil's most likely source of inspiration in the first 45, Tom Knowles. There's another National League game going on right now. It's at Wealdstone. All square goalless with Torquay at the moment. You can see the highlights programme tonight with all the goals from the 5th tier today at 11:15.
Come on, Chesterfield!
With Darren Sarle's team talk at them at half-time, just even though they found themselves a goal down, still in a case of more of the same.
Yeah, I think sometimes you'll just say something you don't want, you deserve in football, and I think it's just really been the routine of their season so far. I think there was an element of sarcasm in his face when he saw that goal go in, because he was just one of those where you can't just do anything right when things go against you. And that's those little situations happen, but I think we've really pleased and encouraged from the side's first half performance.
A back cross to be dealt with there.
Chesterfield on the ball at the moment. Is the ball going to be crossed in?
Miller.
Corner kick to Chesterfield. Corner kick. 50 minutes late.
Didn't agree with. So 5 minutes gone in this second half. It's as we were at half-time. King with the ball over. Grimes got to it for the
Come on,
Spartans.
boys!
King to try again. Barkley got it clear and hit on the volley by Whelan. Chesterfield fans very pleased to have Whelan back at the club. Popular player, Paul Cook's first signing of his second spell. And I guess the new manager will want to try and get more new players. There continues to be talk about potential new forward coming in, but it's difficult at this time of year.
It certainly is, isn't it? You're probably going to bring in a player that's not really been playing too regularly, and then you look at players in the National League. Well, the clubs want to let them go if they certainly need them to push themselves further up the table. It's always a difficult position to find quality at this stage of the season.
Miller in a race to keep it in, a race that he won up against Williams.
Come on.
Oi!
Oi!
That by Williams. Here's the goal scorer, Kellerman. Grimes. He's been saying how much he loves it at Chesterfield, Jamie Grimes. Signed from Hereford over the summer. Wilkinson, the judge not to have fouled Asante. Let's see what the Chesterfield striker thought about that. One of the last 3 meetings between these sides, Chesterfield keeping 3 clean sheets in the process.
Come on. Kellerman. Oh, Quigley on the ball. Unlucky Quigley.
Kellerman. Inside to Whelan. Nice ball to Mandeville. Bit brighter this from Chesterfield at the start of the second half.
Ball's crossed in. Oh.
Reach quickly. That was completely misjudged. And here come Yeovil on the counter. Up towards Wakefield. He's got Yusuf to his left. And Wakefield's, the return was on. And if they got that pass right, Chesterfield were in a world of trouble.
Come on, Chesterfield.
The ball was fallen to Yusuf in that first half from the corner, and then the counter-attack was a poor ball through, and then that time there needs more quality.
Miller. Resist the shot, having cut inside on that left foot.
Knock him out.
He's kind of overcommitted himself in that first phase of play there, but he needs to take a touch. It's such a basic pass to play back there. 2 occasions now that Yusuf has managed to not hit the quality that Yeovil needed.
10:30 last weekend, Adi Yusuf. Yeovil his his 5th National League club in 3 seasons. He was Solihull's top scorer a few years ago. I saw his hashtag that he has on his social media accounts across the header on his social media that says, "No goals, no sleep."
He must be quite tired.
Come on, boys!
Knowles, who earlier took a ball flush in the face, is clearly still feeling the after effects of that. Or is it something here? Yeah, there it is. It was from that. I thought it was.
Go on, Chesterfield! Stop Paul County! We're coming for you! We're coming for you! We're coming for you! Stop Paul County! We're coming for you!
Quality from a side you expect more from. This was an absolute peach. We were treated to a brilliant strike from Curtis West, didn't we? Yeah, Eastleigh. This is just as good. Strikes across it that allows the bend to take that inside the goal. But as Kevin Davis said at half-time, it was a really good point. I think Barkley maybe should have done better with the clearance. Just kick it out into touch rather than just being too delicate with the clearance. But he certainly capitalised on that with a quality goal.
It's been
While we're here, I'll give you a bit of a taste. This is from the Liquid Candy Shop, which is bubble gum sparkling soft drinks. I'll do this while it's in the break of bread just to give it something.
He looks more at home, Adam, in the middle of the park.
I can see what that is with the taste. I can taste the sweet very well in that. But guys, if you like the stream, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to like, sub and subscribe if you are new. Miller's on the ball for Chesterfield. 56 minutes played, 1-0. Miller. Well, oh, King with the shot. Blocked. Corner kick to Chesterfield.
It's interesting that Paul Cook has now put Calvin Miller on that right-hand side, so they are linking up now with King as well, getting forward. So what he's looking to do now, time and time again, is get on that left foot of his.
Guys, start hitting the thumbs up button. Don't forget to like, sub and subscribe if you are new.
First time really we've seen Jeff King in this game make the overlapping run. Just couldn't quite get the ball out of his feet, but wins inside the corner.
Can they profit from it? Mandeville couldn't apply a significant touch. Grimes kept it going. Miller urged to shoot but didn't. And now there's a counter on Houston. Can he pick the right pass this time? Well, Knowles has made the run through the middle. Wakefield delayed the pass. And then he's brought down.
Free kick.
Well, Kellerman's likely to be booked here, Adam, but should Wakefield have released it sooner?
Kellerman looks like he fouled the Yeovil Town player.
It's a real tactical foul there from Jim Kellerman. 2 or 3 times now we've seen in this game that Chesterfield have been so open at the back in the.
We're very open at the back. Without Gavin Gunning at the back, we're even worse.
Players, isn't there, in the final third? You one on the ball. Wakefield and Knowles being in those attacking positions. You're quite right there to release that ball a little bit earlier. You've got space to run into.
That's Wilkinson. Captain, looks like he's going to place this in shooting distance. Loach still getting across his message to the wall that's being assembled.
Come on, Chesterfield!
Hasn't scored in more than a year.
Free kick for Yeovil. 58 minutes played, 1-0.
On the edge of the area here too. A couple just outside. Sides down the go. Into the side netting. His reaction suggests
nearly an equaliser.
Not a bad attempt there. Just couldn't get the direction to hit the target. A decent attempt though from the captain.
Okay.
Sal's first signing for Yeovil. Luke Wilkinson. They previously worked together at Stevenage. returned home really, because he comes from Wells in Somerset. Former Bristol City and Portsmouth player.
Come on, Chesterfield.
You said to me before, Adam, what a lovely part of the world Wells is as well.
It's really nice. Lovely part of the world, Yeovil, Adam.
Do you still go back to your dentist in Yeovil? You've always kept the same dentist from when you were there.
I was, yeah. I was back there about a month ago. Getting the old Nationals looked at. Mr. Gibson.
Bye-bye.
It's a long way to go to the dentist now.
It's very true. He's a very good dentist, that's the point.
Right into Yeovil. Staunton. Here goes from Wilkinson.
Come on, Chesterfield.
Callum. Wheeler with the ball back and covered by Loach. Miller.
So guys, we're gonna keep going.
Let's tell you about some sport we have coming up on our channels. Next night, Premier League offering comes from the King Power, Leicester against a Leeds side. You wonder whether Bielsa will still be in charge or not come a week's time. Seem to be under increasing pressure after another heavy defeat today. Our next live National League game sees the league leaders go to Aldershot at next Saturday tea time from 5 o'clock on Raw. Also got some MotoGP as well, the Grand Prix of Qatar. Next Sunday, 2:30 start on BT Sport 2.
Go on!
Quigley,
Oh, lucky Quigley!
sliding in was Barkley. They turned out in numbers again, the Chesterfield fans, 5,371 the attendance. It's around 8,000 here for the game against Wrexham, who brought a few of their own midweek. Crowds we've been seeing in the National League this season and below the National League as well really have been fantastic.
Some good encouragement from his side in this second half, but it does come a time when Scott Loach needs to be tested a little bit more.
They'll know the significance of this game today, having gone 4 without the win, having seen Stockport already win today. Several of the other promotion challenges have registered 3 points this afternoon as well. Chesterfield really need to see this out, but Yeovil continue to offer a degree of threat as Loach claims that well. Remember, he's telling us
Chesterfield! 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 Chesterfield!
senior squad who sat at breakfast with Stephen Gerrard, Cahill, Joe Hart. He said he looked around and he said to himself, don't go back to your room yet, this may never happen again. Miller. Both really battling for that partner, and Miller. Decision goes Yeovil's way in the end.
He's been a winning runner, hasn't he? Calvin Miller in this game so far, and the space was just getting tighter and tighter, so difficult to get out there.
Asante. It's pulled back.
Oh, quickly!
Ball that by Whipple, well defended too. Callum with a good header. And they keep the pressure on here, Chesterfield. King to cross this time. Quickly centres wide.
Good play there, and almost saw quickly to get his first goal. It was Barkley in the end that tracked the run. Great ball there from Kellerman to get Asante quickly with the overlap. That's good defending there. Mark the space really well. It's difficult to then go mark a player in that situation. You just mark the space. A timely challenge there from the centre half.
Mentioning what a great crowd it was for Chesterfield today, 5,300. Some other really big numbers today in the National League, 8,500 at Wrexham, 7,500 at Stockport, 6,600 at Southend.
Wow. I'm just going to quickly pop off, because it's been a massive statement.
Knowles wheeling up for another one of these long throw-ins, 25 minutes to go. Great distance on that from Knowles, flicked on dangerously! And has it been kept out? Well, some of the Yeovil players were appealing, but it looks as though he has just about kept that out. Scott Loach.
I think it's Staunton that gets that first flick on, he does. And Andy Youssef comes in and just doesn't get anything on it really. But it's a great save from Scott Loach, because what he does well at him, he really makes himself big. You look at his leg position, just spreads himself really, really well. And I think Andy Youssef will be disappointed from that. This is just to take it out and put it into the back of the net.
Maguire, Mandeville, Whittle, Asante to the left, Whelan, Asante, given away here by Kellerman. Knowles, who might have gone down there, outstretched leg from King. Staunton's made a run through the middle. Youssef's up there as well. Here's Staunton. Played against Grimes. Quigley. That's well played. Miller. Asante's made a run here. Yeovil getting players back. Whittle goes on the outside. Asante goes inside and he'll strike it.
Hello everybody, I am back. I am just gonna
change to be made then.
but he is still owner of the club, but he's not going to do anything with the club.
Coming up.
And the question I want to give, I'm going to tell you guys in a minute, there's a substitution for Chesterfield. Tom Denton is coming on, and Joe Quigley is going off, and I'm going to give you another statement that's come from Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea Football Club wish to remind supporters that encroachment on the pitch before, during or after matches is a criminal act and can result in a serious punishment for the club fans, and in the case of the minor, their parents or guardians.
A proven scorer at this level, Tom Denton.
Then I've got another thing I'm going to read to you folks, if any of you are Chelsea supporters. There's a statement from our beloved and God's best owner in the Premier League ever. I'm going to let you know, folks, during my near 20 years ownership of Chelsea FC, I have always viewed my role as a consortium of the club, whose job is to ensure that we are as successful as we can be today, as well as build for the future, while also playing a positive role in the community. I have also taken a decision with the club's best interest at heart. I remain committed to these values. That is why I am today giving the trustee of Chelsea's charitable foundation the stewardship and the care of the club. So Chelsea's charitable foundation Chelsea's foundation will take control of Chelsea Football Club. I believe that currently they are in the best position to look after the interests of the club, players, staff and fans. So he's still practically going to be owner of the club, but he's going to do he's going to do nothing with the club, but he'll still be owner, but will just not be doing stuff with the club. He's going to stay out of the limelight, out of the club, going to have nothing to do with the club, but still be classed as our owner. But everything to be within the club is going to be done by the charitable foundation.
He's run really well, timed it back on side.
Great pass as well by Whelan, he timed it perfectly. 20 to go.
Come on, Chesterfield!
To the near post. And scrambled clear by the Glovers. Plays by Alex Whittle. Jeff King. Maguire hit it early, looking for Denton.
Go on, Denton! Oh, lucky Denton.
Hit on the volley by Barnett. It's been another roller coaster season for Yeovil. There's a bit of actors there involving Kellerman and Youssef. There's been talk of a potential takeover for a while, but nothing done yet. Their form very up and down. I have to say that I think a lot of people in Somerset, Adam, will feel that Darren Sarll is squeezing quite a bit out of what is a fairly small squad.
Yeah, I can't argue with that comment, Adam. I think he's doing as well as he can do with the resources.
19 minutes to go, still Chesterfield 1, Yeovil Town 0.
After being relegated from League 2, the likes of Hutton, Hippolyte, Lee, Skendi, Doofus, Murphy. That's a quality side that did really, really well in that first season. And you look at the squad he's working with now, I think they are certainly weaker. You certainly have exciting talents in the likes of Knowles. Whitefield's another one. Something, Everton potential there as well. I just worry where the goals are going to come from now to the end of the season.
Their points tally is actually exactly the same as it was at the same stage last season.
I agree. I don't think
7 points up in that respect.
My dad has said to me, Roman is not selling Chelsea Football Club. What he's just doing is stepping down from duties as an owner, which he has to do within the club, and he's leaving it to everybody else at the club to do it, for him just to stay out of the limelight and the club. But he's not. I don't think he's going to sell Chelsea Football Club.
They're still believing in a title challenge despite the lengthy injury list, despite the recent dip in form. All they can do, I guess, Adam, is keep trying to grind out results and hope that there is some sort of slip by Stockport and that they're in a position to take advantage of any slip.
Well, it is. I mean, the tough games that they've had to play against Solihull Moors and Wrexham, or Notts County.
So guys, hit the like button. Don't forget to like, and subscribe if you are new.
That's a lovely flick that by Wakefield. Well recovered by Maguire. He's a really talented player, Charlie Wakefield. Spent a long time, a decade with Chelsea up until 2019. He won the UEFA Youth League twice with them.
Come on!
He's had horrendous injury problems, particularly in terms of hamstrings. He even suffered a potentially life-threatening lung problem as well. I remember him saying that he started to wonder whether he'd killed someone in a past life. He said his injury and illness problems got that bad.
Still Chesterfield 1, Yeovil 0.
Actually, to see him play so regularly this season, that he's had more minutes than any other outfield player for Yeovil. up against Wakefield's, and it's Yeovil's throw.
Throw into Yeovil Town.
Against Wrexham, Lawrence Maguire, after 4 games out through injury, will be really important between now and the end of the season if they are to get promoted. Chesterfield's been with the club since he was 15, Lawrence Maguire. Comes from a family of centre-halves. They have some work to do here.
Here we go. Nearly about 15 minutes to go. Still 1-0 Chesterfield. Whelan on the ball. Free kick to Chesterfield.
Winter has equalised for Wealdstone soon after that. Has equalised for Torquay, I should say, after that. Recent goal for Wealdstone. It's gone right through, has it? We've got a slight touch on it. Might still hold out some hope, Torquay, of troubling the playoff places if they can string together a run of form between now and the end of the season. Little with the free kick and Winter with the header there for the goals. Of course, were beaten promotion side last season.
Come on, Chesterfield, let's get a second.
For all the bad luck, Adam, that Chesterfield have had of late, it's hard not to look back at a more self-inflicted wound and wonder what if that red card for Jeff King when they were 2-0 up at Stockport in early February could prove to be a really pivotal moment in the whole National League season. That because, of course, after the red card, Stockport scored twice to take a point. Chesterfield didn't appeal the red card, although some did think it was harsh, whereas King shot. But if they'd gone on to win that game, you just don't know what effect it could have had on both sides' seasons, do you, in terms of momentum? Anyway.
Yeah, 100%. There certainly will be moments in the season, up and down the table, Adam, that you would look at performances and results that could swing which way the season could have gone.
So Sonny Low Everton to replace Barnett here. Reunited with Darren Saul back in the summer when he signed from Watford. Darren Saul was his first youth coach at the Hornets. They first met when he was 15 years old and on work experience at Watford.
Come on, Chesterfield! If you guys like the stream, hit the thumbs up button, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you are new.
Edging closer and closer to what would be his first win of his second spell in charge. His last victory was by 6 goals to 0 in League One against Colchester in April 2015. Things have changed for Chesterfield since he was last here. Of course, those 2 relegations. He actually finished his first spell without a winning 5 in all competitions, including home and away defeats against Preston in the playoff semi-finals. Certainly a heart on your sleeve type character, isn't he, Paul Cook?
Come on, boys!
Barkley played it forward. Grimes. Miller. Williams with the challenge. Miller. I think that was an attempt on goal. Robinson. Little miscontrolled them.
I think they certainly lost their way a little bit in the second half, Yeovil. After a really, really good solid first half performance rather than controlling the game completely.
Santa, Whittle, Whelan.
Come on, Chesterfield!
Whelan. Wyatt. Williams. Mandeville. Final 10 minutes.
Come on, boys!
King. Kellerman. By the goal scorer, Kellerman. We're into the final 10 minutes of a game that Chesterfield have certainly been far from their best in, but
Roman Abramovich! 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 Legend! Legend of an owner!
against Chelsea while on an 11 match unbeaten.
That guy is a legend and will always be.
One of the league's most heralded young managers. A few weeks later, James Rowe is gone. They've lost 2 players to long-term injuries, including their top scorer.
It says here, what I've read, and it's put it in better terms, the owner of Chelsea, Roman Abramovich, has handed the care of the club to the trustees of the Charitable Foundation. Announced that on Saturday he is handing over the stewardship and care of the club to the trustees of its Charitable Foundation.
Chasing down the title will find ways of winning games of football.
Wow. Roman, here we go. Here we go. It's official, folks. It is official. Hello, Andy. Hello.
I'm told Adi Yusuf is the player who's going to make way. I think they're looking to make that change sooner rather than later, actually.
Just to let you guys know, Roman Abramovich has announced that he has stepped down from his role as active owner of Chelsea.
His 15th club. And it's been a frustrating afternoon for Yusuf.
Passing control of the club to the trustee of the Chelsea Foundation. And like I say again, Roman Abramovich! 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 Roman Abramovich!
So do you think, Adam, feel that on the balance of the game of play that
we won it for you! Champions League! We won it for you!
Certainly, you look at Chesterfield's performance and they play well. Know who's been the better side.
Come on, Roman! Fucking love you, best owner in world football.
This is the typical result for them. They don't score when they're on top. They've been pretty solid and limited Chesterfield to 1 or 2 chances. And just at the moment, a goal of brilliance from Jim Kellerman has been the difference. But he's thrown all the attacking substitutes that he's got on the bench to come on to try and find this next goal.
Roman!
Chesterfield seeking the comfort of a 2-goal cushion here. Remains nervy and edgy for them at 1-0 as Reed has it taken off him by Maguire, but it'll be a throw into Yeovil. Staunton. had started the day in second place. Stockport, the side above them, while Bournemouth have got those games in hand. Stockport's incredible run just continues. 12 National League games unbeaten now. They've won 11 of those. The only match in that sequence they failed to win was at home to Chesterfield, that 2-2 draw on the 8th of February again, in which Chesterfield led 2-0. 6-point gap. Bournemouth, those games in hand, as I say. Knowles, is there an equaliser in this for Yeovil, you wonder? Knowles. Williams was forward, but he couldn't get the pass away. King, tripped by Low Everton. Solid going on from both players there, but the free kick has gone against Denton.
Well, it's not worry you have without Kabongo Shamanga in the side. It's that the three leading in the line are quite similar players in terms of target players. Asante, Denton and Quigley. So the variety within that final third is going to be something that Paul Cook may have to look into in terms of, we mentioned time and again, of bringing in that different kind of player.
Forward Scott Loach, Chesterfield, a few minutes away, plus whatever's added on from a really significant 3 points. The first win it would be of Paul Cook's second spell in charge. Just to let you know, it's finished 1-1 between Wealdstone and Torquay. Wilkinson, intercepted by Asante. Whittle.
Go on, Chesterfield!
Mandeville. Whelan. Just got a nudge as he was looking to hit that. Whelan, and it's even this.
Roman Abramovich! 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 Roman Abramovich!
Whitfield is offside. Let's get Adams man of the match, shall we?
It's been a constant outball for Chesterfield in the game so far.
Go on, Chesterfield!
I thought he offered some really good positions on that left time, went to the right hand side in the second half and caused both fullbacks an issue for Yeovil Town. I just think that Callum Miller's certainly been one of the brighter performances for Chesterfield this evening.
Come on, boys!
Back into the side for the defeat to Wrexham midweek. Calvin Miller has a good account of himself today. So Asante is the player who'll come off here for a midfielder in Khan, a midfielder for a forward.
Asante is coming off and Sadu Khan is coming on.
Chesterfield is that they've maybe not seen the best of Khan just yet. Signed from Dagenham and Redbridge in July. I remember the Maidstone CEO, Bill Williams, naming him in his all-time Maidstone 11. That's how highly they rated him, one of his former clubs, and we saw signs, didn't we, at Dagenham and Redbridge, of what an important player he could be for Chesterfield.
Man City have scored! Man City have scored!
The people in front of him, it's always going to be difficult.
Man City have scored! Oh, they have broken Everton hearts. They have broken Everton hearts. And it is Phil Foden on 82 minutes. We're into the 90th minute.
Hearing the expectation more added minutes.
Chesterfield, we're on our way back.
Away from Little. The right back recovered well. If they could get another one from this set piece, it would surely end the game as a contest as we go into a minimum of 4 minutes added time in Derbyshire.
Get free, wherever you be. We're Chesterfield all the way. Spotlight, 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 spotlight.
Sizable presence of Denton, a threat for Chesterfield here.
Come on, Chesterfield. Go on, drive. Oh!
Just about kept out. Grimes, it was who was up from the back.
We're Chesterfield. We're on our way back. We're coming for you. We're coming for you! Stop County! We're coming for you! We're coming for you! We're coming for you! Stop County! We're coming for you!
And a good presence at that far post area in Denton and Grimes. Barkley is marking him. Just didn't quite get the connection that he was certainly looking
We're
for.
coming for you! We're coming for you! Stockport County! We're coming for you!
Almost there. Walker, reaching calm, it would seem, in his technical area. Side's next two games against Notts County and Southend, they're both at home. Yeovil go to Notts next and then host Grimsby. Doing a live game at Chesterfield earlier in the season where they conceded an equaliser very late on against Torquay. Deep into added time, we see some late drama here. That was a lovely bit of control, that, wasn't it? Gorgeous touch. Still got it. Keen on giving the ball back now, though. Just kept in. Knowles was caught there after the ball had gone. Well, surely this just has to go long now from Yeovil. Maybe a hit and hope with time running out on them to take anything back home from Derbyshire. That long journey over 4-hour drive back to Somerset. Could well be their last chance, this. Really a great ball forward by the goalkeeper. Touch Smith. Low Everton.
We are sailing stormy waters, living here to be free.
Fine challenge by Mandeville. Yellow card for the Chesterfield number 10. Well, I said earlier that it could have been their last chance. Surely this one absolutely must be their last chance. Seconds remaining. Deep inside the final minute of added time. Chesterfield's lead, but it's a vulnerable, narrow lead.
Come on, Chesterfield!
Still Yeovil hope, as into the box it goes.
Go on!
Out for a throw-in on this near side. Is there going to be enough time to take it?
Come on, boys!
Into a 5th minute of added time we go. The referee, Tom Parsons, is letting them take this.
Come on!
Everybody forward for the Glovers.
Out! out. Yes! Paul Cook gets his first win and his second stint as manager. It took 4 games, but we don't give a damn because we're back to winning ways. Woo! Full time, Chesterfield 1, Yeovil Town 0. Like, subscribe with the notifications. Don't forget to post. Like, subscribe with the bell notifications with the post as well. And stop up, Carney, we are coming for you. We're Mr. Colin, peace. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the League Cup final between Chelsea and Liverpool.